I am on my way to your house right now with daughter. She woke up this morning sick and needs to go to the doctor. I can't take any more time off work. You have to keep her. Jenny, this is your week, and I am out of town right now for work. I won't be back home until tomorrow. Too bad. You want to act like you can be a good parent. Then you better do the shitty part of parenting too. You get to call out of work. Welcome to parenthood, jackass. That's not how it works, Jenny. I am literally 6 hours away from home right now. It would be impossible for me to make it home in time for you to go to work. It's your week with daughter. You will have to stay home with her, or ask your mom. Lol, no. It's not my mother's job to take care of a sick child. It's your turn. So I will drop daughter off at your house, and I expect you home immediately to take care of her. Tell your girlfriend to take care of my baby until you get there. Daughter? Hey, what are you doing here? How did you get here? Hi, Miss Shanice. Mommy dropped me off on the way to work. I don't feel so good. Mommy told me to go lay on the couch, and you would take care of me. Oh, okay then. I'm sorry you're sick. What's going on with you? Do you just not feel well? Yeah, I'm super sick. I've been throwing up since last night. Mommy gave me medicine and said it would help, but it didn't, so she said I was coming here. Poor baby. Go lay down and I'll get you a puke bag and some ginger ale. Let me try and call your mommy so I know what's going on. She isn't going to answer. She said she was too busy to deal with me today and that Daddy has to take care of everything. You should call Daddy. Okay, I will. Let me feel your forehead. Oh, sweetie, you're burning up. Let me go call your daddy and let him know that I'm giving you some Tylenol. The TV remote is on the table. Just grab it and turn on whatever you want to watch. I'll be back in a minute. Thank you, Miss Shanice. You're the best mommy ever. I love you. I love you too, baby. Hey, I was just about to call you. Did you know that daughter was coming here today and was sick? What is going on? I literally just got off the phone with her. She's fucking psycho. Is daughter okay? I'm so sorry. I didn't know she was going to do this. So she just dropped her sick child off at the house without knowing someone was going to be home. Did you tell her that you weren't here? Yeah, she didn't even care. I'm trying to get in touch with my manager right now so I can head back to the house. I literally cannot tell you how sorry I am about this. No, don't be stupid. You don't need to get in trouble at work because of this. You are the only income right now. We can't risk you losing your job. I can take care of her until that idiot gets off of work. Don't you have class today? You can't miss that. I mean, yeah, but you aren't making it home in time for that. It is what it is. I'll email my professor and explain the situation. But I just wanted to let you know she has a fever, so I'm going to go ahead and give her some Tylenol so she can get some rest. Okay. If you're sure, I'm going to let you go now so I can make it to the meeting before I'm late. Text me if you have an emergency. I promise I will make this up to you. Hey girlie, how's my baby doing? Not good, Jenny. She's sick as a dog. She needs to go to the doctor. Call her pediatrician. The front desk lady is my friend, and I'll let her know you can bring her in. I do not have the legal rights to take your child to the doctor. You need to come and do that. Oh, don't be so dramatic. I'm telling you that you can take her. You don't have to worry about me suing you or something. I am not comfortable with this. I will take care of her, of course, for now, because she needs someone to actually care about her well-being. But you need to take your child to the doctor when you pick her up. This is insane. Well, so you think I don't care about my child? I'm doing this because I do care about her. I will lose what little income I have if I take off work again. It's the least you guys can do to help out. Is it really that much to ask? No, not if you actually asked. You dropped her off and ran. You abandoned your child at our doorstep without Hey, you need to meet me at the hospital. I am taking daughter now. She is burning up and the medicine isn't helping. She's complaining about her stomach hurting really badly. Jenny, I am being serious. We are on the way now. Leave work and meet us there. Stephen is on his way, but it's going to take a while for him to get there. We are at the hospital. They took us back immediately. They're thinking it is appendicitis. If she needs surgery, you need to be here to approve it. I can't do that, and they don't want to have someone approve it over the phone. This is ridiculous. I have called you multiple times, and you aren't answering. Your child is in the hospital. She has appendicitis. You need to get here. She is going back for surgery. Her appendix ruptured right after Stephen got here. I don't know what the He-11 is going on with you, but this is seriously fucked up. Hey, how is daughter doing? I was in a meeting and couldn't look at my phone until now. I'm about to head to the hospital. She has a ruptured appendix and is in emergency surgery. Clearly, she is not doing well. You should have been here hours ago. I told you I was in a meeting. I didn't know what was going on, or I would have been there. Give me a break. You knew your child was sick and had a high fever. You do not ignore your phone for hours when your child is sick. You always keep your phone on you when you have a sick child. She needed you, and you weren't there. Well, excuse me for working. I will be there soon. You can go ahead and go home since helping with your stepchild is such an inconvenience for you. I will no longer ask you for help. I will not be leaving. I told that baby I would be here when she woke up, and I keep my promises. So when you get here, act like a grown-up, and we can deal with our issues when daughter is well again. She deserves everyone she loves to be here for her. My child doesn't love you, and she doesn't need you. Leave, or I will have security take you out when I get there. I am her mother, and I do not have to deal with your petty bullshit. She clearly did need me today, because you couldn't be bothered. And Stephen is her father and has already told the hospital staff I am allowed here. Your word is not law. Hi, I am needing to file for primary custody of my child. I currently have 50-50 ex custody, but my ex has proven that she is not fit or capable of properly caring for my child. I am hoping to have an emergency hearing. I can definitely help you out with filing for primary. Can you give me some more information on why you think that your child's mother isn't capable of properly caring for your child anymore? This was our first month of having 50-50 ex custody time. She dropped our child off outside of my home without more than a minute warning, knowing I was over hours away on a business meeting, and left before knowing that anyone was home. And this was on her scheduled week with the child. Yes, she said that daughter was sick, and she was not willing or able to stay home from work with her. I explained to her there was no way that I would make it home in time because she did not give me any warning. She dropped her off anyways. Was someone home when she was dropped off? My girlfriend and her child were home at the time, thankfully. But she ended up rushing my child to the emergency room, and daughter needed emergency surgery because her appendix ruptured. That is awful. I hope she is okay now. Yes, she is home now. She was released from the hospital after 2 days and is at my home now resting. She is supposed to be at her mother's house this weekend, but I was unable to contact her after she left the hospital. You haven't been able to contact her? Is this a common occurrence? My girlfriend and I were both attempting to contact her while Shanice was taking my child to the emergency room. It took 6 hours before she finally responded and claimed she was in a meeting for 6 hours and did not have access to her phone. Is that common for her job type? No. She had quit her full-time job a few months ago. The last I know, she was working for a cleaning company after that. There is no reason she should not have had access to her phone at work. Okay, well, it sounds like we need to get to work. I will definitely be pushing for an emergency hearing for the case. Go ahead and go home to your baby and take care of her. And when you have time, email me your documentation so that I can review it. Thank you so much. I will email you immediately. It is quite a lot to get through, and there are multiple video and audio clips as well. Ma'am, can you please explain why you have not been emergency hearing to discuss custody when you know that she recently and Stephen went through surgery? First, I would like to ask how daughter is doing after her emergency surgery in the beginning of the week. She is fine, Your Honor. Appendicitis surgery is quite common in children her age. Your Honor, she is still in quite a bit of pain, and she developed a minor infection at her incision site. But the antibiotics she is on are working wonders. She should be back to normal within a week or so. Why was I never informed that daughter developed an infection? Clearly, this shows that you are unable to care for daughter and keep her healthy. Jenny, I did attempt to inform you multiple times. You have not answered your phone since you left the hospital. Both Shanice and I have tried to call you, and you never responded. Ma'am, can you please explain why you have not been answering the father of your child when you know that she recently went through surgery? Well, Your Honor, it was a bit of a surprise. But my boyfriend knew how upset I was over all of this mess from the last time we were in court, and he scheduled us a cruise. We only got back yesterday. I only knew about court from the texts I received from Stephen. You went on a cruise the day after your daughter had emergency surgery and did not bother to tell your co-parent. It is none of his business what I do with my time. And it was a surprise from my boyfriend. Well, I should say my fiancé, since he proposed on the cruise. But now I have to come back and have my happy mood ruined by this mess. He always ruins everything. Jenny, I don't care what you do in your personal life. But our child was in the hospital after you abandoned her at my home, knowing I wasn't home. And then you leave her in the hospital on your own parenting time and disappear for close to a week. Oh please, you're only mad because I moved on and got engaged to an amazing man who can actually afford to take me on cruises and vacations. You wanted to be a parent. Sometimes you have to take care of a sick child. Sir, what are you looking for out of this hearing? Currently, your custody schedule is split 50-50. I can see that clearly this is not working out. Just because the father of my child had to actually be a parent, and I got to have a good time doesn't mean we are not Ma'am, this is not how you co-parent. Co-parenting is all about communication between the two households. You fail to do just that every step of the way. Why should I have to communicate with him though? He and the courts have made it very clear that I have no control over what he does in his parenting time. So I am supposed to give him control over me instead. I don't think so. If you prefer to parallel parent, that is fine as well. But in order to do that, you follow the parenting plan down to the letter. You don't get to just drop your child off during your parenting time with no communication. And you can't miss your entire week of time without saying anything. So I am supposed to just pass up a free cruise because he doesn't want to be inconvenienced. No, you let the other parent know so they can be prepared. And you don't disappear the day after your child has emergency surgery. Your Honor, I would like to request to become the primary household and switch Jenny to every other weekend. I would also like to request sole medical decision-making, because it is clear to me that Jenny is not concerned about our child's medical well-being. I am in full support of this switch. Starting immediately, the child will have primary residence in your home. You cannot be serious. I knew my child was safe, and I am being punished for moving on in my life. Why should I not be allowed to develop a relationship? Everyone is so supportive of Stephen and Shanice, but not me. Shanice has nothing to do with this. As a family court judge, I see a father who puts his child's health, well-being, and needs above his emotions and any resentment he holds towards his failed marriage. And I see a mother who has neglected her job to have fun instead. The bar is set so low for men that him being a parent makes me look like a bad parent. Incredible! What makes you look like a bad parent is you leaving a sick child outside of a home without knowing if someone is there to care for her. And leaving the hospital because you don't like your ex-husband's girlfriend. Or leaving the country after emergency surgery without word. I cannot believe any of this is happening. It's insane. If my records are correct, I have you working part-time at a cleaning company, correct? Yes, which gives me plenty of time to properly care for my child. Unlike Stephen, who works full-time and also attends meetings out of town for his job. What is your current salary at your job? Why does that matter? We dropped child support last hearing. We both agreed to support daughter by ourselves in our own homes. Now that you are only having daughter every other weekend, I make you have the potential to work 50 cents an hour. I will be inputting your salary as full-time $9.50 an hour. Based off this calculation, you will owe in child support each month to be paid to the custodial parent. We dropped child support. We agreed it was not needed. How is it that now suddenly I have to pay? Child support was dropped because your custody situation was 50-50. It is no longer 50-50. That means child support is needed for the custodial parent. He doesn't need my money. He makes way more than me. How am I supposed to survive when I'll have to pay that much each month? I would suggest working full-time in order to make enough. But regardless of how much he makes, your child deserves to be financially supported by both biological parents. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate this. Of course you appreciate it. You appreciate anything that will screw me over. You can never just let me be happy. Ma'am, you had no issue collecting child support from him. Why should he not be allowed to collect from you? He makes more than me. He should have had to pay child support the whole time. I needed financial help to raise our child. Well, I am very sorry you feel that way, but my judgment is final. Please see the click to set up your online portal to pay your child support through. Court is now dismissed.